All right. Let's see. Let's see how the gameplay's looking, Goomy. All right, good. Good first 2 units. Cricket, nice. We're taking the cricket. And then we're positioning the pig differently. Good. Beautiful. All right. Okay, we lose the round, but that's fine. Alright, nothing there that we want. Pig, nice. Okay. Pig, cool. Nice. Cricket. I don't know how I feel about that cricket freeze. It's like, I don't. Yeah, I don't like it. Um, if we had 2 crickets, obviously you take it. But like, we only have 1, so I think the only time we're ever taking this cricket is if we hit exactly another cricket in one of these 2 shop slots, which is like really low odds. Each one's a 1 in 20, so it's a 1 in 10 total, I think. So, it's like, it just doesn't feel that great. It just kind of feels like a wasted slot. Like, do we end up buying it? Probably not, I would imagine. I guess we're buffing this cricket. Sure. That's fine. It's level 1. Like, cricket, like I've said, I like, it's like fine to buff it. And generally, that's with like a level 2 cricket. Level 1 cricket doesn't feel great. Like level 2, it just has some stats. Like level 1 doesn't really. So I don't know. It was like kind of awkward. But it's like maybe fine. I'm not saying it's like hard incorrect, but it's like, it just feels weird for sure. Yeah, because like realistically, we just kind of want to find something better. And I still don't really like this cricket freeze. I don't know. I guess it's fine. Like, it's not terrible, but I prefer to look for something a little bit better. Okay. We sell the pig. Generally, I don't know. So the pig is worth like 4 gold right now, and then this is costing us 3, and we get 1 per turn from it. I guess it costs us like 2 if we end up selling it next turn. But like generally you want to save your pig until turn 5. I don't know how I feel about this swan. Kind of indecisive right now, but I think I'd rather just have the pig. It's also like more tempo. We're like pretty late into turn 4, so odds of finding the triple are pretty low. Yeah. Okay, nice. So yeah, I think I honestly just rather look for snail and cricket triples, rather than spend the gold on the swan. Just because the swan, like, it's not getting us that much more gold, considering, I mean, the pig's already, quite a bit of gold anyways. And we could have gotten the gold on a more, meaningful turn. Okay, stack our snails, pill our mingo. Nine 11 cricket. Find a giraffe. I kind of want to buff the rabbit. I don't really have like a good reasoning behind that, but it's just kind of like vibes. I want to buff the rabbit. But both are fine. I just, like, eventually you want to switch onto a second buff target. I think it's fine here, though. Nice. Okay, cool. And now this giraffe will buff the rabbit. Oh, what was... Huh? Why? Come on now. What are you, Corbin? Why are we skipping giraffes? Just sell this one. Sell this one, buy a giraffe. Scaling is OP. Just get more of it. Yeah, just buy the scaling unit. It also like could be a triple if we find another one. Okay, we find another cake. We put on swan. I think we're too committed to this swan. Okay, so we've identified the issue. Is we are way too committed to this swan, which would explain some of the other plays. It's like swan level 1 at base stats, which is what this was, is not that good. I mean, it's money, so it's like good, like turn 3 and 4, yeah, sure, you can buy swans. It's pretty good. In the case we bought it, it's like we're giving up quite a bit of money to get a little bit of money back, like, but it's like slower. It's like to get the same amount of value out of the swan that we need out of the pig, we'd have to keep it for 3 turns, and we bought it on like the end of turn 4, so we're like never really finding another one, so we're not getting the tier up. So if we're doing that, we are saying that we're keeping that swan until turn 7, which is like, that's a long time to keep this swan if it doesn't get a level. And if it's just a level 1 base stats going into turn 5, that's like, we might not be keeping it. Once it gets to level 2, then it's a lot more meaningful, and its like stats are a little bit higher. Or if you like just didn't have anything to buff, but where it like never got level 2 or like any XP on it at all, like at this point it's pretty late to be investing more into it. I don't want to buff it, so it's just like a good sell slot. So like level 1 swans, don't get too committed to them. Like you can just buy it for a turn, and then if it's your sell slot, it's your sell slot. Like just get rid of it, because like another thing with this cake here is like we need to evaluate what is our sell slot right now, right? Like if we find another unit we want, which I guess I don't know what units we would want because we already skipped a giraffe. But I guess like let's say we find a rabbit, hypothetically. So if we find a rabbit, what is our sell slot here, right? We don't really want to sell the snail because it's a 1.5, and it's also triggering this turn. We don't want to sell the giraffe because it's, it's scaling, and we like scaling. We don't sell you, obviously, and we don't sell you, obviously. I would say the swan is probably our sell slot here. So generally kind of knowing where your sell slot is and then not committing to that unit too hard is a good thing to be thinking about. Because, yeah, like this swan, it makes our board really awkward. Because it's like now we either have to sell the giraffe if we find something or the snail. And we don't want to do either of those, really. I mean, like the giraffe can go eventually, but, we also could have 2 giraffes. Yeah, and see, we're not even freezing this swan. Because, so, yeah, we like know that we don't want more swans at this point. But then we put cake on it, so it's like, yeah, so that just feels really weird. Okay, we find a turtle. Nice. But then what are we selling here? Turn 7, I start buffing a second unit. I start buffing rabbit. They could very easily skunk you here. Okay, so we sell our 1.5. Again, I'd rather just sell the swan. I just, like the 1.5, and it has better stats. Okay, now we're selling the swan anyway. Yeah, so like that swan, that cake was terrible on it. I mean, actually, I think it won us that round, so I guess it's a little bit less terrible. But we could have put it on the draft or on anything else, But like, it wasn't. Cake has the sell bug right now, so it was actually even a little bit cheaper. So it was like 2 gold to win that round. So, it was fine, but it wasn't fine for. You weren't buying it for that reason, I'm pretty sure. Okay, we buy a pair. Could also consider just like selling a giraffe and getting the rabbit. Okay, so like an apple now. No, I think this is fine actually. I prefer what you did. Sometimes I just have to think through it. Think through my plays a little bit. But I will say we should be buffing a second unit. Because, again, skunk exists. We have one. If they got a skunk or a scorpion in good position, they could remove everything, all of our stats, everything we've worked towards, could all be gone in an instant. Actually, wait, you talked about this stack. Hold on. Let me see what you said about it. Let's see. This game I don't like the rabbit half combine or the turn 9 pair on rabbit. I like the turn 9 pair, but it's on skunk. Okay, never mind. So we haven't gotten there yet. But you said you don't like the half combine, which I agree with. Yeah, we should just have the rabbit on board. Because, yeah, the skunk on board isn't, like, really doing much. They're buffing 1 unit. So, like, skunking it twice doesn't really matter. Like, this will probably always one-shot it. So we're, like, not too concerned about that. But you recognized that, so I'm not too concerned there. Nice. Cool. Yeah, now we're kind of pulling ahead. They're not going for skunks, which is good. Turn 9. Rip your level. Why are we rolling? Rip your level. Okay. You figured it out. Cool. Ooh. I don't love that. Like, I do like chili, but, like, we want to pill this turtle. This turtle doesn't want to stay on our board. Like, I get that we have cake, so we, like, kind of want to keep the cake, but no, we don't. This is getting us 1 health every turn. The rabbit's level 1. We're getting 1 health every turn. That's not better than a melon, right? So we can just pill this if we ever find a pill, and then we just get a free board slot out of it. Buy the fly, though. Nice. And then we buy a pear. Yeah, you said it was bad, and yeah. Wait, actually, what did you say? Actually, you said... No, okay, so I think I actually disagree with you. So what you said here was, I like the turn 9 pair, but it should go on skunk since the rabbit is more likely to be your cell slot. It's fine, the pair here. It's gold efficient. We do have like a few things that we're rolling for, but I don't think your rabbit's your cell slot. I think this turtle is not your cell slot, but your pill slot. I think we've committed too much to the turtle by putting a chili on it, and we would much rather just pill the turtle. And then it kind of becomes our cell slot in a way. Yeah, because like right now we're not buying too many things, so... But yeah, I think putting it on skunk is fine. Yeah, skunk would be fine. Also, the fly could potentially be our cell slot. Like, if we find something really good... I mean, the fly is a great unit, don't get me wrong, but, like, it's not doing a super ton of stuff here. It's like if we find something really good and we have to sell fly for it, sure. But again, I think our slot is probably turtle. I think we've kind of overcommitted to the turtle. And I do actually kind of like the rabbit pair, just because we need a second unit to, like, in case they do something and trade with our units, then we just need our back line to be a little bit bigger. And this is already bigger, so I just don't mind. But in theory, I also like the skunk for the same, for the reason of also making something bigger. Wow, did that chili get that much value? That was crazy. That was... Why are they... What? What is he cooking? Hold on, let me watch that battle again, because that was... Do we win if we do it the other way? If we don't have this chili... Okay, yeah, we still win pretty well. But that was cool, so... It was cool. I'll give you that. Okay, now we sell the rabbit. Buy a shark. Turn 10 shark. I mean, we have fly and we have cricket, so it's like fine. But I think our board was like fine how it was. I don't know. Let me watch this turn back. What did we do this turn? Like, it's just like a decent stat line. Which this is also a decent stat line, but it's just a little bit more risky. Also, no, it's fine. Yeah, I was going to say don't take the triple here, but it's turn 10. How do I feel about that shark? I think it's just a waste of gold, now that I think about it. So it's like, how big was our rabbit? Our rabbit was a 12-12 in battle. The shark, how big is he going to be? He's going to get a lot of stats, though. He's getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's getting 16, 16. He's going to be like a 18, 18 then. Maybe it's fine then. I'm really on the fence about this shark. So it's like, it is pretty good. I don't know how I feel about it. I really don't. We do have fly, which makes it good. If they get like snake or something here, though, then it feels pretty bad. They probably don't very often. And it is like a little bit more stats. I'm really thinking on this one. This one's got me puzzled because I don't actually know how I feel about it. It's fine. Is my verdict. Is like it's fine. So my thoughts here is like it's not a ton more than that rabbit, and on turn 11 we can find snakes and tigers, right? And we have a great snake board, great snake tiger board, right? Like, pill the turtle, and then we have the rabbit that we can sell. And then we have 2 open slots, snake, tiger, we have a cricket, we have a fly, bang, bang, bang. We just shoot 30 times and everything on their board dies, which is, beautiful. So, yeah. So it's like, it just kind of feels unnecessary. Like the rabbit was already pretty big. It's quite a bit bigger, but like, I don't know if it's that much bigger that it's worth the money. We ended up finding a level on it, which like now it's pretty good, but we also didn't know we were going to find a level on it like that. Yeah, but like, see, it's kind of just overkill, and we could have just like had the extra gold for later, and but then I don't know, like, what are we doing this turn? But tiger. Yeah, see, this turtle. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if we've even seen a pill, but snake, freeze snake. Okay, what are we looking for? So, okay, sometimes freeze rolling is fine, and this is one of those spots because our board is pretty much complete, right? Our board, like, we're not buying anything. Like, there's nothing in the shop that we are buying currently, right? Like, we're not selling any of these units to buy any of anything, right? So at this point, we can freeze what we're eventually going to take, which what we're eventually going to take is a snake. So if you see a snake, you should freeze it. The tiger, yeah, it was fine. You don't need to freeze it. But the snake you should freeze, because the moment we find a pill or a melon, we're just buying it on you, getting out of the turtle, and getting a snake on board. I don't like that. I mean, I don't know. Again, we're not rolling for much, so it's like kind of awkward. Our board's very locked because we've had this turtle on board all game. And again, I haven't been looking too hard, so I don't know if we hit the, I don't know if we did hit I can't think right now. Pill. I don't know if we rolled past a pill or not. But, okay, we get a level on a fly. Cool. It's fine. Rip a sushi, sure. Again, we haven't seen a melon or a pill, which is annoying. But yeah, fly would be, or not fly, snake would be great here. But yeah, we were just pretty far ahead. That's pretty good though. Overall, like, I would say the main issue with this game was a little bit of overcommitment to the turtle. Like, we just want to pill it. It's like chili feels kind of weird on it. Like chili on skunk. I don't know if skunk was there at the time, but if it was, then like chili on skunk, it's probably better, and you could like front the skunk. Or chili on like potentially that rabbit. The shark was like probably fine. It was good. It's like a little bit counterable though. Like they could buy a croc or something, which is, I don't know. You don't need to think about that too much. But it's like I don't know. The shark was maybe unnecessary. Is kind of my thoughts on that. But it was like fine, so I'm not mad about it at all. I think it's like still a pretty good play. I just don't know if I necessarily would have done it, but it's like still pretty good. That's fine. At least you're playing shark now, which I like. Okay, I'm getting a call. Anyway, the swan. You overcommitted to the swan. Don't overcommit to swan.